And for Saunders, standing in front of the state capitol, is Florida ready to get rid of some of its post-Parkland gun restrictions? Well, a couple of GOP lawmakers who are actually running for Congress say absolutely. Out with red flag laws, in with open carry. Take a look. In the wake of the 2018 Parkland shooting, Florida lawmakers approved a slate of gun reforms. Former governor, now U.S. Senator Rick Scott, signing them into law following wide bipartisan support.
The hardest thing I've ever had to do as governor is try to find the words to console a parent who lost their child.
But now, more than 6 years later, a renewed effort from Second Amendment Republicans to undo some of those changes and add new ones.
We're doing our best to restore everyone's full and unfettered Second Amendment rights, especially when you've done absolutely nothing wrong.
State Rep Dr. Joel Rudman, who's running to replace Matt Gaetz in Congress, filed HB 31 this week. It allows the open carrying of firearms, and it ends Florida's post-Parkland red flag law. With it, friends, family, or law enforcement can petition a judge to strip away firearms from those deemed a threat to themselves or others. Rudman says it's got to go, despite support from some fellow Republicans, police, and sheriffs who think the law has saved lives.
So there's absolutely no safety issue involved with my bill. Again, there's an old saying that those who are willing to sacrifice freedom for security deserve neither. And I absolutely 100% agree with that.
That's not all. State Senator Randy Fine, who's also running for Congress in a heavily Republican district, wants to return the firearm purchase age in Florida to 18. In a statement, he said, quote, "I believe that if you can use a rifle to protect our nation, you should also be able to purchase one."
Gun purchasing age, is that again not a non-starter?
It's not in the Senate.
No bill. That's a non-starter.
There's no bill. It's a non-starter for me.
The former Florida Senate president resisted previous attempts to make it happen despite approval in the State House earlier this year. That's as the new Senate president sounded opposed to open carry this year, given that many in law enforcement are too.
And I stand with them today in opposition. They oppose it. I trust my law enforcement officials, and that's where I stand.
Democrats, meanwhile,
because it would be dangerous and reckless,
likely to be universally opposed. Senator Carlos Guillermo Smith wanted to go the opposite direction and tighten current gun law.
In downtown Orlando, we had a mass shooting on Halloween that law enforcement said permitless carry prevented them from being able to do security screenings. We need to have conversations around this to protect public safety.
Now, you can expect we will see some gun legislation from Democrats as well. Restrictions on things like assault weapons, on ammo, and universal background checks. Those seem to be perennial bills that don't get a lot of traction, if any, in this GOP-controlled legislature. That's the latest out here at the state capitol. I'm Forrest Saunders reporting.